get a feel of how Seve may do today. Very reachable par 5, number of eagles during the tournament.
Oh, not the way to start on a 533-yard par 5. As you know that Ballesteros would be trying to reach it in 2, hoping to start off with an eagle.
He is in the rough. He's got to hit the ball a little bit low with a fade to get it back into position. But with all the shots he's got, I don't think he's going to have much trouble with it.
The bear lie, Ed?
His lie, David, is in the high grass, but it's sitting up on top of the grass where it's been walked on.
Okay.
What is the wind like out there, Ed?
Jim, it is really, really coming hard from the ocean. I'd say 20, 25 miles an hour on this hole.
So earlier it was negligible. Now the wind has come up. They do say around here that when the sun comes out, the wind comes up, and that's happening. And
it dries the greens, and as the day goes on, it will get a lot harder to play for the players playing late in the day.
They used to call him the kid from Spain. No kid any longer in the maturity of his game right now, Seve Ballesteros.
Well, they liked it.
Wonderful thing about golf galleries, they cheer for everybody. You know, they do. They encourage the player. So he is, as Ed predicted, in quite good shape for his 3rd shot to the green. Ballesteros' 3rd shot on this same hole, on the 1st hole. Remember, he was in the trees the 1st shot. This was his 2nd, and now the 3rd on the par 5. Oh, ho, ho. Now, oh! Holy mackerel. What a shot. Now, Seve Ballesteros on the 2nd hole. 2nd hole is a 394-yard par 4.
What kind of shot does he have, Ed?
Dave, he's got about 138 yards to the flag, and he's coming in the rough. He can get the club on the ball well, but he's not going to be able to spin it easily, and there's not much room over that bunker.
Well, he's in the right rough in the trees on the 1st hole, and now in the left rough on the 2nd. And
he played a shot that's as good as he could have played from right there. He just couldn't stop the ball. As you saw, it barely carried on the green, and it rolled to the back.
It's right beside Mahaffey's ball. Is John on in 2 there?
They hit identical drives and identical 2nd shots. They're both on putting for birdie.
Long birdie attempt by Ballesteros on the 2nd hole.
Ballesteros at the 3rd hole. Oh, lovely shot. What we've come to expect of this young man.
Well, he's been doing it for years. He's just a marvelous wedge player and pitching and chipping around the greens and putt. Pretty hard to beat a guy that's this strong and this good a player that can do the short game right with it.
Ballesteros, oh. That left for a bogey. That would put him at +1. Then we're going over here to the 7th hole and Seve Ballesteros. Or the 6th hole, excuse me. This young man not out of it yet by any means.
I'll head that way. Sure.
Oh. That looked like it was going to be very, very good.
Of course, this man got a lot of notoriety.
Seve Ballesteros birdies the 7th hole.
Get him back within a shot of the lead now?
That's right. He is now 2 over par, 1 shot behind the 5 leaders. And on the 8th tee now, Seve Ballesteros. And that rolls in beautifully. So Seve will be putting for birdie from there. Yesterday, he had an interesting round. 7 birdies and 5 bogeys for a 2 under 68.
On tape, Severiano Ballesteros of Santander, Spain. This is on tape. And he moves to within a shot of the lead. So get this in your mind now. Scott Simpson and O'Grady tie for the lead. 1 shot behind. Ballesteros at the 9th hole, 2nd shot on the 433-yard hole.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot.
And the man from Santander has given himself another opportunity.
Such a strong-looking player when he plays.
Now Ballesteros, 1 shot behind the leaders. And here is a birdie attempt for him that would let him join that club at the moment, but it's not very realistic, is it?
Just get 2 putts here and go, you know, take the chance on somewhere else here. Don't believe all that never up, never in jazz. You just make a 4 here and wait for a better opportunity to be aggressive.
Well, the roar of the crowd here backs him off a moment.
That's very near 15 green. Something could have happened over at 15, Jack. Maybe a good shot. It's at par 3, that short par 3.
Now he has to gather himself again.
Well, he may not have ever really been ready, because this kind of putt, you would really like to be like in bridge. You'd like to pass, but you must play. He's just a little worried by that fringe back there, too, just maybe at the top of his swing.
Perfect speed.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
He's dropped a stroke, so he's gone back 1. Seve likes a look at this. And, well, the crowd do too. That's a beautiful shot on this 430-yard, difficult 11th hole. Vicente holding the flag. Now, you don't see that very often, but it's a little gimmick of his at the moment. And it works. And the fact that Seve might be just a hole or 2 ahead of Tom Watson could make a big difference, providing he keeps going. That's why I thought if Mac O'Grady or Nakajima or somebody got a good score in early, so 4, 5, 6 strokes ahead, that's a tremendous advantage, having played those difficult holes. Seve, 12th. Fired, and he's come out and across the fairway. 12th hole, 390 yards. He's not on the green, up in there somewhere. My word, he's not surely gone right up there. It looks as if he has, onto that path. Yes, there's his ball. Seve Ballesteros at the 12th. This for a par. What a par it would be if this goes in. So he's certainly going to drop 1 stroke, and that'll put him back tied with Mize and Langer if he gets this little putt in, and leave Tom Watson ahead at 1 under.
Seve's been playing much steadier today. Yesterday he had 7 birdies and 5 bogeys for 68, but pretty steady today.
Well, this is a kind of golf course that Seve likes because he can scramble on this kind of golf course. He can make a lot of birdies and make some mistakes and still stay ahead of the field.
Watching Seve, this putt here that he left himself. And as we watch, you know, you've played with Tom Watson several times recently, including earlier this week. What has changed? Why is Watson the Watson of old this weekend, and he hasn't been for almost 3 years?
Well, it's kind of funny. On Wednesday, Tom and I were talking about that we'd probably get a chance to probably play together this weekend, but probably not here. We were both playing so badly.
Yeah.
And I was watching Tom's putting stroke on Wednesday, and it was not good.
Ballesteros for a birdie to get back to within striking distance. Remember, he's 3 behind at the moment, but Watson with a problem. You can hear that wind. Well, Vicente was blocking the hole, but you didn't have to see it. You could see by their body English what happened.
All right, we go now to Ballesteros. 3 shots behind the leader at the 15th hole.
He needs an ace, Jack.
Oh. Looked pretty good for a minute, Dave.
I'm sure he was pulling for it.
3 shots behind the leader.
Well, he knows that the putt's not fast, but you just saw Mahaffey putt that putt. And I don't know. Knowing Seve, I would expect him to give this a pretty good run.
And don't you think it's because of the shade, maybe kept a little more moisture in that part of the green?
It could, and it also goes right uphill, right at the hole there. It swings up. You can't see it on the camera, but it does swing up. So he can get a pretty good run at it and feel very free.
Good evening.
He's made a lot of birdies.
And I think it's such a difficult par 5. It's as difficult par 5 as we have. If either one of these two fellas can par this hole, I think that'll just put them right in the driver's seat.
16th is where...
I don't think a birdie is on.
No. Especially where the pin is and the green being so firm.
Yeah. Seve doesn't have much of a chance to stop this one at all.
It's his 3rd shot. 16th is where Arnie snap hooked it into the woods off the tee in 66. That's what he's looking at.
Right over that little grassy part there is the pin.
Hold it. No, Jack, you were right.
Well, he may have been a little unlucky. Looked like he hit on a downslope, Al, but he has to take some chances now. I mean, this man's thinking about winning the tournament, not finishing 2nd, 3rd, or 4th.
But Seve's such a good chipper, and he has a good lie there.
That's left. It's like my...
They must not have told him.
I told you.
Dave, he is driven magnificently today.
I think that's more cause of why he hasn't won, not his putting or anything. He's put so much pressure on his putting by bad driving.
I think when you drive well, it works into the whole rest of your game. I think that you do everything better.
The Spaniard Ballesteros for par with only 2 holes remaining. And he'll head to 17T at 1 over par. Some dramatic holes to come, no doubt. On the 17th tee now, Seve Ballesteros begins the difficult par 5 for the members, par 4 for the players today.
Watch this. This is not, hold on, Seve. The big slope, needless to say, from left to right there. And I've seen players all week long hit wonderful drives in the left third of the fairway and wind up either just short of or just in the rough there.
Ballesteros now at 1 over par, 4 shots out of the lead. On that same hole where Simpson is waiting.
This ball really breaks, and it should be really fast, but I think most of the fellas have been leaving it actually a little bit short.
He's left it a lot short.
It just looks like it's just absolutely really fast. Matter of fact, early in the tournament, you couldn't have even putted the ball and kept it on the green there.
Seve on the 18th fairway now, 2 over par, 5 shots out of the lead, but he's in 3rd place all by himself. He needs a par to hold on to that solo 3rd position. Here's a preview look at 17, small, narrow green. And we'll get into the things that putts can do with that flagstick is today.
You saw where that ball landed?
Yes.
Earlier in the week, that ball would have gone right to the front of the green.
Yeah.
So they've obviously done either just barely cut the greens or they've slowed up the 18th green.
Okay, Seve can't really improve his position with this putt, but the crowd gathered around here would like very much to see the man from Spain finish up well. And let's see what this putt does. So the par will bring in Seve Ballesteros at 2 over for this championship, a 1 over par round of 71 today. After previous rounds of 68, 75 on Friday, and 68 yesterday.